Okay folks, time to show you something a little different. Using two notes at a time, or what's known as a double stop. We're going to show you how to do things that just have a lot of melody, like and so forth. You've heard that kind of stuff. It's the same thing, but I'm going to show you how to do it on different strings and so forth, so you don't have to start and move all over the place like that. So I will show you, like I said, in about 4 different string groupings how to do this. Okay, first one, so I can go ahead and play an A note. I'm going to teach it in A, just so I can have a chord base there to show you what's going on. We're going to use the D string as our home bass, so in A, that's going to be up at the 7th fret on the D string. That's your A. We go to the 6th fret on the G, and for you practicing at home, you can go ahead and hit that A string and then practice these together. So we take that shape. I'm playing with my fingers, as you can see. You do what you want. A little later, there's no getting around it because I'm going to skip a string. Okay, we have that. We're going to move it up to 9 and 7. And then up 2 more frets, up to 11 and 9. Back and back. Okay. Now if I want to go to E, what I do, I go to the E on the D string. That's way down here. But I make the same shape and play the same intervals. So we have 2 and 3, 4 and 2, move it up a whole step to 6 and 4. Now the cool thing about this is while you are in E, or the 5 chord of the song, you can take the top of this, meaning that part where it gets up the highest it can go while you're in E, and take it to, this is confusing, but the second part of the A. So we started the A here, but the second one moved up to there. So the E can actually go right before they change back to the A. The E can go to that second one of the A, and then back to the A that way. So you have another place you can put the E at. Okay, and that will be the exact same rule on all of these. From the 5 chord or the E in this case, you can always go to that second chord thing within the A. It doesn't happen from A to D. Okay? If I wanted to go to D on these sets of strings, I'd have to go all the way up to the 12th and 11th fret. Your finger placement stays the same and the movements are the same. Okay, so we have the A, the D. If you wanted to, just move it up 2 more and you're at E. Or you can go way down to the low one. Okay, now remember this, it's another little thingy. While we're going back and forth from A to E, When we are in A, we can use the third movement of the E to be utilized while you're in A. So, and then the E was, you can look at that as right next to the A, but you can use that. Okay, so the third movement of the E can be used while you're in A in order to get back to your A to sound cool. Okay, everything's going to sound like this throughout the whole lesson. Your ears are going to get sick of hearing this melody. You're going to go to bed just having nightmares about it. I know you are. Okay, now you can do this on the A string as well, and nothing changes. Just whatever you have your finger at on the A string, that's going to be what key you're in. So if I just move it up one, it's now in E. Okay. When we are moving chords, let's go back to the A one. One of the coolest ways to get to the E is to simply go to the third part of the E. Okay, so you're in A. Now go to the third part of the E and just walk it back to the beginning. So you're just playing it backwards. Okay, so. So you have that. Again, these are over A and E only. D is its own thing. But let's get you up to D. To D. That's at 12 and 11. To go back to the A, you can just go to the third part of the A again. Okay, so you're in A and D. And that's just through the third part of the A. You're back in A already. Then you're back to the third part of the E. Okay, so that's the way it works on those strings and on your A and your D string. But we are in E. So that should let us know if we're playing an A and we want to play the E, we can just simply move up a set of strings. And we can go to D down here. Back to A, or we can go to the low E string and do the same thing. Now A is here at the 5th fret. Okay, it gets really low sounding, but whatever you need. Okay, so if they're close to you, you might as well grab them. So again, an A and D, I can go up and then back to for my D, A, to the E because I'm up on the other set of strings. Okay, so that's how that works out. Now on your, let's go to the G and the B string. Since these are tuned weird, you know, when you're tuning, and you have to go to that 4th fret to tune up, that makes your pattern have to change. So we have to go on the G string, we'll name our note, and we're just flattening it out so both fingers are on the 2nd fret. And then we do this position, we go to 4 and 3. And then always, whatever we do, move it up to D, just go where your finger is on the D note on the G string. Go into the third thing of the A. And now we can go to regular E. That's part of the other shape. Now back to these strings. Okay, so those are what you can use on those two strings. Now I told you there's going to be one where we can't use a pick. That's going to be the one I'm showing now. Okay, it's on the G string and the E string. Okay, our high E string is going to name the note. Now we're looking at G string on the 6th and the E string at the 5th. Then we go to 7 and 7, and then always up 2. Okay, there's D because we're on the D, which is up here at the 10th fret and 11th fret. Back to the A, that's the third part of the A. And we can go to the E, that's the third part of the E. Okay, that's one of the only ones where we can actually get down there near the open thing. That's just because we're in the key of A, and now we're in E, even though we're in the key of A. Okay, and there's another one coming up. So those are the positions there. We get to tie them all together so you don't have to move around everywhere like I'm showing you. But that is A, D, E, all the way up to A if you got a cutaway. The other one is going to be on the B and E string. So you're going to use the B string as your source of finding your way around. So there's our A up here on the 10th fret. Okay, so we're at 10 and 9 on the on the B and E. And then we do the same configuration as we did on every other thing except for the last one we did. So it's just going to be now to E. Again, you are on the third part of E after the A. E. When I finally get down to E, you can tell I'm on the E note on the B string. There at the 5th fret. Okay, so to tie them together, you have to simply work on all these individually. And if you are in A, where we were at the very beginning, and you want to go to E, you have any choice you want. You can go up one string, if that's where you want to go. If you're in A, that's the one that's on the G and the B string, if that's where you want it to go to a higher register. That one is no different at all than if you were to go on the B string and E string. Exactly the same. It's just a matter of how close it's related to where you're at. So if we were in A, it's right there next to the A. Okay, so you get to go throughout all 4 different positions I showed you and decide what works best for you, which one's closest to you. Okay, so that's a lot of thinking to get to what we're actually getting, but you don't have to sit here and play Spanish music the whole time. There it is. My bad. Had to change our positions because I went to the B string in the mix. Yes, I screw up a lot. And do I edit? No. Okay. So just practice on all the different positions there, even on the G and the A, or the G and the E. Sorry, I've got an A note on there. I'm in Spanish mode again. So that's how you tie all that stuff together and where you find all of the notes at. Hope you found it interesting, if nothing else. Okay? You can keep it all on one string if it makes it easier. But you do need to work it up to the point where you're grabbing other places. So I used 3 different areas there just because they were conveniently located to where I. Okay, so that's it. Work on those if your little heart desires, and I'll catch you in the next lesson. Y'all take care. Bye bye.